say you are writing what's now part Charlie. It's a blessing. Like I felt like attacking the lecture.
Hello everyone, welcome to the Teenz magazine show, and I'm Lollipop April. I'm here with...
I'm Sina. This is Scott.
Okay, so today we're going to talk about our happiest moments in SHS and then that of the embarrassing moments in SHS. Me, I'm not going to start first because Charlie might be... So I'm going to start with Sina.
Okay, so my... What?
Happiest moment
in SHS.
Let's start with the embarrassing moment first.
Okay, so the embarrassing moment was when it was prep time actually, and some teachers came in, and we thought maybe it's because of the prep during preps. We thought it was just a normal checking up something. Okay. So they were like, we should all stand up. We stood up. Your bags. They started searching our bags. No, they were searching for phones. And you know, Form 3 is to our ears, Charlie, we were very stubborn. So they took some of my friends, their phone, they took my phone and stuff. So that was my worst moments, I guess.
They took your phone?
Yes.
And how did you feel?
I felt brave that day. Oh my God.
Charlie, because like if they take your phone in school, they like Charlie, I said like we're only now. You not call your mother again for your provisions.
It was during WASI, so I was frustrated during that period. I didn't know what to do actually. So
did your mother know about it or coming into contact with signing of bond or something like?
No, that one actually that didn't happen. Even after they seized their phone, one of the home economics students went back and stole the sack in which the phones were in.
And so you got your phone back?
Yes, we got our phone back.
That's why you didn't care. No, that's why you didn't care about it.
Yes,
because Charlie, at some point, for me, I'll fight to the teacher.
You fight with him like how?
No, to be sincere, me myself, my phone was seized. But let's hold on to that. Sarah, you.
Okay, mine is also like the phone issue. Prep.
Charlie?
And actually our building is 2-story buildings opposite. Okay. So when prep and when we saw the others coming out of their prepping room, so we even thought a fight. So we all went to stand by the staircase, we were watching. And we saw our senior house mistress and some of our house mistresses checking, and one lady gave sign that it was phones. They are searching phones, and we tied up our phones in a rubber bag, placed it inside a dustbin. And left it outside the building.
Looking like a trash.
Yeah, looking like a trash. Mm-hmm. So when our senior house mistress got to our side, and she was like, all girls out. So we just left the building and not knowing, some of them placed their phones beside their desks, which is by the wall.
Okay.
So they'll be like that. So they just pushed the desks and Charlie people's phones. For me, I didn't know anything. My phone was in my bag. I was outside. I said, make a gist. I like gist to compare just to other baby. Your season for phones. Oh,
hey, Charlie.
Me buy ya Charlie. Sorry, I see your season phone. See, hey, Charlie, my phone. Motorola no, phone no. I say, Madam Sab, where them quiet then? Madam Sab. It's not my phone, no. Madam Sam, see, I just had the 2 days and Madam said, hey, I said, I'm coming home, send me, Madam, sit down for mommy. Hey, Mkoka then.
For me, my was weird too, because I felt like, okay, we were having a practical. So when you're having practicals, definitely gadgets are allowed. So, working with music makes the work easier and faster. Like, you are feeling the vibe. Yeah, visual art student. Okay. So I had my phone, but I wasn't using it to play music at that time. It was on charge in the practical room.
And you took your phone to school?
I took my phone to school.
As a day student?
As a day student,
yes. That's so nice.
Nice one.
I took it to school, and I usually send it to school, but on that day, I had that unfortunate. So we saw our teacher's car coming with speed from the school campus. Our practical room is far from the school. So it was coming with speed from the school campus to our place. When they got to that place, and then we saw teachers getting out like fast and furious. Like, bro, we saw them coming straight to the practical room. I thought, maybe something has happened in the school that they need everyone to come there. So when they came, Yes. So when they came, the teacher walked straight to where the phone was, as if he knew there was a phone on charge. Meanwhile, so when I charged it, and I placed the phone in the bag, and I was far from the bag, so I didn't get a chance to even explain. The next moment, the only thing I saw was my bag was being opened by the teacher. One. And then everything was being scattered, and then the charger and then the phone and everything was being taken. And I told the teacher who was supervising us for the practical that we say, please, I brought the phone purposely because of the practical, so that we can have our work easier done and fast. He said, you didn't bring the phone to me, so I had nothing to do. You know, that day they said they were burning the phones. Come and see. They did a demonstration. They dug a hole, like the hole was there, and then every phone and everything was dipped into it. Then they bent everything. Come and see. You wanted to push the teacher into the fire. But I learned that, you see, in every school you have rules and regulations. Yes. So it was wrong for me not to bring the phone, but we don't know that of the viewers. Is it wrong to bring phones to school? Because there might be, now that there are clashes in schools are having fights among them. So maybe the phone might be a good gadget for you to call the police or something, because teachers might be ignorant to that.
Yes,
Teachers and schools are fighting among themselves.
They even leave us there.
You see,
especially some of the house mistresses and stuff.
They don't care. The only thing
recently
they want
we
is,
had a fight with Akraka, and
exactly, and someone was even killed.
Campus. Oh, Charlie, hey.
So with that, someone who is having his or her phone can just quickly call the police or something. But we don't know the reason why
we are not allowed to use phones in school.
Get a point. Let's talk about our happiest moments. Starting from Sarah.
Okay, that was my 16th birthday. Yes,
How old are you?
Okay, this year I'll be 20.
You'll be 20. Okay, so that's in Form 1, Form 2, the other. Okay.
So it was a sunny day, but some changes happened. So I told my mom I wanted cake and champagne and drinks. All she told me was I should bake gari and apply some caramel coffee to turn to chocolate cake, and I should eat it like that. And I'm like, okay, what about the champagne? She was like, oh, Milo drink is that. I was like, okay. My friends were asking me, oh, Charlotte, this year their birthday, they are going to be. Oh, I'm like, oh yeah, it to be. You don't trust my mommy, and they'll be like, your mommy, the whole show. So when I told them what my mom told me, that this year there are no cake for them, they were all sad. So sadly, the weather changed and started raining. I was like, and they're party they go. I told my teacher,
sorry, blessings.
And the birthday be a all of a sudden, we saw a certain woman in raincoats. Charlie was Sonyama. Oh, here, my mommy. Bringing my cake, champagne, Charlie drinks. I was like, hey, Charlie, that day I cried.
I can't fit Zara's blessing.
I cried. I was like, this man, God bless you. Like, hey, my teacher was even shocked.
Wow.
Hey, this day. And it has happened twice. One was when I was in class 3. That one, she walked in rain and brought my things.
Wow.
Like, God bless her.
And then so all the time you should pray that rain will fall. Because if it's happened in class 3 and in the same scenario, then that means all the time you should pray that the rain will fall on your baby. Okay, what of you, Sarah? Hey, I said Sarah, sorry. Sinner.
Okay, so sorry to say this, but this one I'll speak to you. Charlie.
Starting with Charlie, that's serious.
It's very serious.
Wow.
It's very serious. Say you are writing what's now a part of Charlie. It's a blessing, like it's
Wasi, no more.
I wouldn't mention the subject though. But it was one of the core. I'm very scared of, but it was one of the core. Now a part of. That day, I felt like attacking the lecture. Attacking the invigilator, cause
under 30 minutes.
I was done.
Under 30 minutes.
I was done. 1 hour more to go, then I was done.
You were just attacking, like you were waiting for the.
I was in a haste to leave the examination hall.
Wow.
Cause I wanted to jubilate. Oh my God.
And that's a plus for you. For me, I don't really have a happy moment. Let me see. Okay, yeah. So I was vying for a position in school. That was the SRC organizer. And then Charlie, the people I was contesting with, they weren't small. They call themselves hype teens, and then it's true when you check their TikTok, IG, Charlie, they have the kill. Not me, cry that time. I don't even have IG account. Talking of getting a key, like where am I going to get it from? Oh well, and when we went for vetting, the only thing they could say, the SRC organizers, they asked them questions. The only thing they could say, they did it in front of us. The only thing they could say was, "Yes, I'm a hype teen, so I have the links." I was like, "You want to be an SRC organizer? At the first place, you have to know what someone who is an organizer does, like, you know, the work of an organizer." But the only thing they were saying was, "I'm a hype team." Like, so I was scared. I was like, so what if the key goal is I'm a hype team? So we just going to say I'm a hype team, I have links, because you know SRC is
and
the only thing
positions to what they are doing. So
yeah. So the only thing people think about SRC is you know, we are just into party, we are just into
to
party.
have fun.
Yes, and I thought of it. I was like, no. If you are talking of SRC, like, you want to know the affairs of the students, the individuals, so that we can help them out if there is anything possible. So I tried my best to say that, because me already I wasn't even sure of what I was going to say. So when I said it, and then the senior said, the former SRC organizer said, "Oh, okay, you are in for the job like that. That means you are in to make serious business." The next moment, we were going for vetting for the whole, in front of the whole school, and then verbal this the manifesto. And I said the same thing there. The only thing I was hearing in my ears was clap. Everyone was clap. Like the whole school, everyone was clapping for me. And then our patron told me that it's okay, I shouldn't talk. At the moment, I felt like, no, Magba and I said, be like, I'm not going to get it. But they told us to go out, and then we'll come back. They'll call us back for them to announce the votes. So they came back, and then when everything was said and done, they were announcing the votes. Yes, Charlie, people were getting mad and thing. The only thing I heard was, Romeo, you're the senior, or you're the main SRC organizer. Like, wow. Charlie, my ex was sitting right in front of me. She told me that I'm proud of you.
Your ex?
When she said I'm proud,
do you mean your ex?
Like my ex, like
your ex-girlfriend.
My ex-girlfriend. She told me that I'm proud of you, and then she had me. I was like, "Ooh, Charlie." I thought for that day, see, the whole day, I was just smiling. I didn't know when everything someone asked me, I was just like, yeah, okay. I didn't have an exact, like, you know, answer to. I was just marveling, like I was just there, and then thinking about it. I went to sit back. I was like, ex was telling me that I'm proud of you, like, Charlie, yo. Then that means
she still feels you.
You see that thing, Charlie. It's not easy. Life in SHS, a whole lot, but even more or less like times at which you've become the prefect. Now you are the prefect. People now see you. You now start calling you names. They're like, Ochron, like, serious. It's not easy, Charlie.
Especially when there's a program to host.
Now you are the.
That will be the time the enemies will start attacking. Oh my God,
bro! It's not easy. It's not easy. At times where you be in class, now they will come and call you for meetings. So you are the only one going for meetings. Then you be hearing foolish comments behind. And teachers will come to class. They'll ask them, "Why are you?" They'll tell the teacher that you're nowhere to be found because what, you are rooming.
Okay, let me tell the short story of mine. I was a supervisor in my house, like the Graf Johnson house back in school. And most of the time, I knew where the house keys were. And anytime the Form 1s or Form 2s didn't work, I would be the one they would come for. Most of the time, the house mistress would come for me. So there was this time, our house, we were working at the lavatory. Mm-hmm. And there was this name we used to call it, that was Atinko. So this form, it was the Form 1s that was in school. So they didn't come, they didn't work. Mm. And I was in class, and one of my colleagues came. Madam First is calling you. I was like, if this woman is calling me, then there's a problem. What is the problem? I don't know.
There is that one teacher that when he or she calls now, you know that
there's a problem. There's a problem, but I don't know the problem. So I went. And it was like, oh wow, what happened today? I was standing. Madam, please, what happened? Today the lavatory wasn't scrubbed. Why? Then I was standing. I was speechless. Okay, I don't have anything to tell you. Get your brush and go and scrub there all by yourself. That is your punishment. And the lavatory, it was 2. And each was like 12.
Oh.
So 20, like how old is that? 24. And I'm supposed to scrap her.
Oh.
What class was going on?
Oh yeah, going to miss that class.
Yes.
I went
for 2 periods. So.
it's
more
not
than
more than that.
More than 2 periods.
Yeah,
Eating into other periods time, like Charlie.
And do you know what I did after that? I did the work all right, but I made sure that these children will pay for it.
That's all.
They paid for it.
Wait, why is that when you become a senior, you call the genius children?
They are children.
Of course.
It is now. It's more or less like a trend that is going on. That's what I've seen. Like all the time when you become a senior, or when you get to Form 3, you see your juniors to be children. Like, have you given birth?
Yeah.
So why do you call me school mother?
Yes.
Or school father?
Because you are someone they can rely on.
Yes.
But that doesn't
so
give
I'm your mother.
But that doesn't
you're my child.
No, that doesn't give you the chance or the right to call them your like children. You get me? You can call them genius, okay, yeah, but like you call them children, like it
Why
seems
doesn't
like
she call you school mother?
I came before you. I came
be like
before
school
you.
father. So me talk about school daughter or school.
okay, school daughter is okay, but like these children, no, that way they were children. That,
okay, is it the children you don't want me to
yes,
like,
no, it's something that has become a trend. Like when you just ask, okay, call this junior for me. That child, that
kid.
You're not giving birth. And if you have to be given the chance to give birth right now, you become a school dropout. You see?
That one.
So
okay, so genius.
Yes.
Okay, so that should bring us to the end of this session. And then we want to put this question out there. Why is it that phones are being seized
or
are not allowed in schools? You understand? Yeah, people are just contemplating about that, mistaking that, and then for me, I feel like it shouldn't be allowed. But like people here are saying that
it should be allowed. It should be allowed.
Okay, so that is it. See that at the comment section. Bye.
Bye.